like I started to say, the size of this creek, you would be amazed, is absolutely huge underneath the ground. It comes out on the other side of the mountain, larger than a vehicle, 3.5 to 4 feet in diameter, and moving very rapidly. So this part here that we see above the ground is only part. You can see some of the very soft stones that have been carved by water erosion. Get in closer so you can see. It'd be a really terrible idea to fall on those. As you can see in here, there's a bunch of different stone. And we're going to walk up in there and find where the passage has come by and if there has been any activity. Animal, human, what the current state of the boundary is. Now that boundary is just a little ways ahead of me, and we'll find it up on the left-hand side as we progress up the mountain. I'm going to pause from here so I can move on. Alright, moving on. We're still at the drop. We're going to go right up the side of the hill, where there seems to be a slight cane path. You can see a mark directly in front of us. Down into the creek, see the flow. And I still have not come to the barbed wire. I'm wondering if it's still here. Okay, well, I'm not going to go up and over, because I know the boundary is right here somewhere. That is the edge of clearing. I'm going to go over there and walk through that moss, well, at least past the club moss and the ferns, up this path to see if there's any activity from there. Alright, got the GPS software out. I have no idea how to edit that. We'll figure that out eventually. Alright, we're heading down the same little pathway. You can see we're still in the same area. I verified we're still not at the border yet. I'm going to Tarzan onto this woody vine and hope that it doesn't immediately yank out and I land on my back somewhere in the rocks. This videotape of my injury, I swear, I did not do this on purpose. Alright, here we go. Hear me. Oh, I wasn't aware of my princess gloves. There's no briars down here that don't have to wear princess gloves, so. I don't want to disturb the mossy rocks or any of the other evergreen vegetation. Pretty standard erosion. It's been like this for as long as I can remember. Since the flood. Since the flood, it's been like this. Okay. This is a little more precarious than I remember. And it is very slippery. This leaf litter might as well be ice. There's definitely a trail. Oh wow. Look at that. It's nice and smooth throughout here. That's pretty stable. That's remarkable. This is pretty much the boundary right here. I don't see the barbed wire fence anymore. There used to be a barbed wire fence boundary right along here where this comes down. This is the boundary right here where that bump is. And then up to there. And this path leads directly from the boundary in the creek. Unfortunately, you can see this is the cart path from the old farmstead, and it has definitely led down to the creek here, and it has eroded away. That stone used to be over there prior to the flood. Excuse me. No crayfish today. I see wiggles. Mostly raindrops. I don't see any little minnows over here this year either. I don't know if they only show up sometimes a year. That will definitely be on the list of educational information that I need to pursue. Now, I'm not one person to walk around on somebody else's land. That's not, I'm not going to do that. That is a much easier ascent though. Right there, to go up and around, that seems like it would be a much better idea. That actually looks wide enough for a vehicle. It may have been done at some point. It's also very steep. Okay, so we're going to ascend on the trail that comes out of the creek. Like I said, I do not see any evidence of the barbed wire fence. It's not still here. Alright. Get past the creek in my Walmart shoes. Time to do billy goat stuff. Got a whole bunch of leaf footage there. Sorry if I wasn't aiming the camera the right way. I am attempting to get better. Alright, you can see it's not as flat up here as you might think. There are a number of depressions. That is definitely related to the cave system. I am actually interested in maybe pursuing some, I probably don't have the term right, geogrouting. It's basically how they support roadways, hillsides, and the other unstable structure from karst-like topography and landslides, any kind of erosion damage, soil degradation. Well, I'm almost at that point over here in some of this area where it was just not done well when it was logged, I guess, 40 years ago? It's a guy, when I had the master logger out here, we had the county master logger out, he had said it was at least 25, but there was no records here in this state that went back that far. So, unfortunately,